I don't know if this is already live. Yeah, I believe it is. So I have a business, American Painting, and uh, I I hired a company. I've tried many different SEO companies, and I hired a company called Digital Guider. The salesperson, Danish, was very adept at winning my business. He tracked me for several months and showed me graphs of how well his company did as opposed to the other companies that I had hired. I was trying to generate business here in San Diego, which is an extremely competitive area, and in painting particularly. And um, he used something called SEMrush, which is uh, a tool that you can use. You can have a free account like I do, or pay for one like he did, that kind of tracks the progress of SEO. And so he was showing me graphs on SEMrush, showing me how his company was helping other clients and so on and so forth. I went ahead after a few months and I decided to try them. They sold me on the concept that it takes 3 months to get SEO to really produce for you. It takes 90 days. And um, the project manager was very nice. Actually, Danish was very nice. And they started working with me. She told me that by the second month I would see some results. And I found that things were moving really very slowly, like they were basically milking it. And I came to understand that. And somebody said that, yes, in fact, companies try to sell you in 3 months because that's 3 months revenue. After which, if nothing produces, you've wasted not 1 month, because these are no contract services, but you wasted 3 months. So after the second month, I mean, one of the things that they did is she was very disingenuous. When I tried to use my free SEMrush to track their progress, and in fact, it was all over the place, she said that that was not a good way to really track progress. So the very tool that they used in order to sell me on their worth, she wanted to discount as not really being helpful to determine what they were doing. But when the second time that they put me off uh, at a 9 a.m. meeting that they had called 2 days prior and did not come on the meeting and told me they were running late on another call, it was just enough for me. And I decided to stop working with them and try somebody that could actually produce something quicker. And at that time, the account manager ran a sorry story about her health after they had already fessed up that they were simply on another business call, and she had tried that tack before when she had ignored me and had been moved by it. And so in business you have to be careful not to have people use your emotions, which is done all the time in sales, over the actual production that needs to happen, the performance. So, long story short, I was really disenchanted with these people, and spent several $100s for nothing. And I went ahead and posted a review on. Well, actually, I wrote to them first, and I said, "Look, you wasted 2 months of my time. You took hundreds of dollars of mine, and I'm just going to post about it unless you return my money." And I didn't hear back from them. In fact, I hadn't heard back from this salesperson, Danish, even when I would copy him on difficulties I was having with the progress with their outfit on emails. He wouldn't bother with me. When he sold the job, he told me that yes, he would stay on top of my account and he would personally make sure that they were producing for me. But in truth, he was lying. He was just a salesperson. He did nothing of the sort. And so I copied him and I told him, if you don't return my money, I'm gonna post a negative review about what actually happened, which is the truth. And I went on Trustpilot and I posted it. And within a few hours, I got an illegitimate negative review on my business from a bot, a non existent bot that when I tracked it hadn't posted any of the reviews or visible. And it actually goes against the Google fake engagement rule, which means if these people didn't get their house painted by you, which they hadn't, then it's like it goes against the rules from Google. So this is a Google partner agency that is violating the Google rules in order to avenge themselves because I happen to tell the truth about them. If you want to do business with somebody like that, that's really up to you. But I wanted you to know the truth about Digital Guider and how they operate. These people are worse than bad. They're nasty.